So this is part 3, the last tape concerning this what you would call this rapture deception and this left behind doctrine shit. Now the guy that you're looking at right here, his name is J.N. Darby. J.N. Darby. All right. And J.N. Darby was born like in the 1800s. Before J.N. Darby was born in the early 1800s, people, no one knew about the left behind doctrine. No one knew about the left behind doctrine. Okay. But when he came on the scene during the 1800s, J.N. Darby, this wicked ass Edomite, all right, so-called white man, being the devil he is, you can see it all over his face. J.N. Darby was also set up by the Jesuit order to continue this deception that was laid down by the Roman Jesuits to teach the people what you would call dispensationalism. Okay? And this was all behind the Roman Catholic Church. So, J.N. Darby, no one knew about no damn left behind doctrine before the 18th century. And that's fact. But he was set up by the Roman Catholic Church to push this dispensationalism. Now, what is dispensationalism? Dispensationalism is basically a theological system that recognizes these ages ordained by God to order the affairs of the world. So, supposedly they were the chosen ones. Definition 2 of dispensationalism is a theological system that teaches biblical history is best understood in the light of a number of successive administrations of God's dealings. So, in other words, these people thought they was chosen by God to break down what the real meaning behind this, what the scriptures talk about. But man, this guy right here, which is J.N. Darby, was set up to push this damn doctrine after General Unitas and Francisco Ribero. Okay. After this 500-page commentary, General Unitas and Francisco Ribero wrote, he was set up to put to keep this shit going. Straight up, man. So J.N. Darby is what you looking at, brothers and sisters. And he the one that made that damn rapture doctrine official in the 1830s, because the Roman Catholic Church set him up to do it. He the one that made the rapture doctrine official. Nobody didn't know about no damn rapture doctrine. None of that. Before these devils were set up to do what they did, man. So the Jesuits simply needed someone to continue the lies they established. And here you go. J.N. Darby. So these Jesuits, as you're looking at, these Jesuits, once again, these Jesuits in the 1800s, the Jesuit order to continue this deception that was laid down by the Roman Catholic Jesuits, they set up J.N. Darby, which was a wicked ass Edomite that we just showed you, to teach dispensationalism, including the rapture. Now, concerning the left behind doctrine as well, that left behind lie, the Jesuits infiltrated the church and came up with a production called Left Behind, right? And when you think about Left Behind, you think about two guys, and these guys are Jerry Jenkins and Tim LaHaye. These guys are Jesuits. Jerry Jenkins and Tim LaHaye are Jesuits. Wicked ass Roman Catholic Jesuits, right? To carry out the lies concerning this left behind doctrine that all came from the Roman Catholic order anyway. So, to carry the lies on that was established way back in the 15th century, they cooked up this book, right? That's called Left Behind, man. As you can see down here, it says Left Behind, and it says Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins. I'm showing you this, y'all. I'm showing you in plain sight, man. So, brothers and sisters, when you see this shit left behind, just know that we've been in the tribulation period. Talking about left behind. Looking for a period to come. Man, we've been in tribulation period before Christ and after Christ. Especially dealing with 70 AD when he prophesied that thousands of Jews will be slaughtered by the Romans. So, you know, think about that, man. Think about 70 AD. Think about when they destroyed Masada. You know, during the tribulation times, when the Romans was executing us, burning our temples down, you know. Think about women eating their own children during that time. That ain't tribulation, man. That ain't tribulation. Like I mentioned earlier about 90 million Jews killed during the slave trade. That ain't tribulation. Sick slaves, the slave that was dealing with infirmities, they throw them off the damn boats to the sharks. That ain't tribulation period. Think about that. 72, 100 million Native Americans slaughtered by the white man. That ain't tribulation period. The manifest destiny. Christopher Columbus killed numerous Indians, which are Israelites, and leading on up from the Spaniards to the Portuguese, leading on up to the British settlers. In the 1620s, going on down. How they were killing all those Native Americans. That ain't tribulation, man. And then think about prophecy fulfilled in Deuteronomy 28:6-8 concerning so-called black man, black woman, and black child being brought to the shores of America. Being sold as slaves. Being whipped. You know, being burnt alive, being ravished and raped and being hung. That ain't tribulation period, and y'all niggas waiting on the tribulation period to come. We already in tribulation, man. Y'all don't understand? That was set up by the Catholic Church to have you to believe a tribulation period awaiting you, not knowing that your ass already in it, man. I'm not doing this lesson. I'm not doing it again, man. All right. What about the New International Version? The New International Version, the NIV Bible. Because this Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins, I want to put something out. They came out with that damn shitty ass book right here that is known as Left Behind. As you can see, Tim LaHaye, Jerry B. Jenkins at the bottom. When they came out with this book, man, Left Behind, when they came out with the book, and the movies too, because they got movies on this, they started publishing what you would call new NIV Bibles, man. Like the new NIV Bibles. Why? Because in the King James version, there's no way you can find a rapture, what you would call rapture. So to push this rapture deception, and the Satanic Bible, which is the NIV, was published by the same publisher. You know, that whosoever that publisher may be, it was a particular guy that came out with the Satanic Bible. I forgot his name, but he was the same guy that published the NIV Bible, and the NIV Bible supports this damn rapture. You know, these are more Bible verses they try to use to support this left behind shit. Now let me show you, because they twisting the scriptures and they not reading the Bible right. This is Matthew the 24th chapter, right? They start with Matthew 24 verse 40. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. They try to use that to support being taken away, being raptured up. But this ain't got nothing to do with the rapture. This ain't got nothing to do with being taken up. I'm going to explain this. Matthew 24:41. The woman shall be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken and the other left. See? This ain't got nothing to do with what you call being taken up or the rapture. So let's get understanding of Matthew 24th chapter, because it did start off in verse 40 saying there shall be two in the field, then the one shall be taken and the other left. Then it goes on in Matthew 24:41. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, one shall be taken and the other left. But what does simply mean to be taken? Let's go back up. Watch this. I'm going to show you what it means to be taken. All right. Matthew 24:37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of Son of Man be. Matthew 24:38. For as in the days that were before the flood, because he's making a historical point, because during the time of Noah, it was wicked ass men, women, and children in those days. And he's making a historical point. Matthew 24:38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark. Noah is Noah in the Greek. Matthew 24:39. And knew not until the flood came and took them. Now keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Matthew 24:39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. Keep took in mind. And took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right? Now, to be taken is to mean to be put to death. Pursuant to Matthew 24:39, the flood took them all away, meaning that water killed them. So when you read on now in Matthew 24:40, it says, then shall two be in the field, then one shall be taken and the other left. Now, what is to be taken? It's to be killed, man. So this ain't got a damn thing to do with being called up. But see, that's what your Christian church do, because they don't understand the scriptures, man. This is talking about men, women, and children being killed in the last days. That's what it means to be taken, to be killed. And that's why Matthew 24:42 says, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord do come. This ain't got nothing to do with what they call taking up. Nothing to do with it, man.